him, comfort him, honor, and keep him in sickness and health, forsaken of all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live. Mayor DeGrew.
Okay.
You're not supposed to say it.
Doesn't matter. Mayor DeGrew. Timothy, will you take this woman to be your wife? We live together in her covenant of marriage. Will you love her, comfort her, and honor and keep her in sickness and health, and forsaken of all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
The better for worse. For richer for poor. For sickness and health. To love and to cherish. Until we all be departed by death. This is my solemn vow. Okay. This is the giving of the ring. Okay. Each of you will bring. Who will have the ring?
The ring bearer's gonna bring it down and give it.
That's sweet, boys.
Oh, your dad's contributing. Why is it just one-sided?
It's not tomorrow yet.
See, look, your mom's coming too.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're technically already.
Let me kiss you on the neck.
All right, I guess I'll start. I just want to thank everybody that was able to get in and be a part of a big moment in our life. That it means the world to have you guys surrounding us from all over. And we definitely couldn't have done it with everybody's help. So I thank everybody individually, and hopefully tomorrow's a big success that no mistakes happen. But definitely thank everybody for everything they've done to help us get to this point. And we're glad you're here for it.
Okay, I'll go next. I want to start off by saying that obviously everybody that's in this room is who matters, and that's why they're here. And so I want to thank everybody for being here and making our day special. And obviously, like Tim said, we couldn't do it without you. And even if mistakes do happen tomorrow, we're going to work through them, and we're going to have a great day. And that I guess there's surprises for me tomorrow, and there's going to be surprises for you guys tomorrow.
Yes.
And we hope that it's going to be a wedding that you don't forget. And I'm glad that everybody got to finally meet each other, meaning my cousin and my fiance. And I got to meet his son. And I'm just glad that everybody finally got to be together and that we're all going to be a family now. So I want to thank everybody for being here, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
Yay!
That's not rolling, is it?
It sure is.
Let me palm that can of beer there. Yeah, it's Pepsi. Oh, I said, I was right. It's Pepsi.
You ain't ready either.
Oh, home videos. All I need is my suspenders.
Huh? Holy cow.
Suspenders? No, I said
Oh,
that's all I'm gonna wear.
Suspenders and everything.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Good morning.
Yeah.
Oh man.
How you feeling?
Greg, what time?
I'm ready. I think all the chaos just ensued, so I will say I've never dove in the back of a trailer as quick as I did today. So I dove in that trailer for you in that bus.
What's the significance of the bus, Emily?
From my grandpa. He used to drive a bus, and we used to get to ride on the bus with him.
So this is sort of like a tribute and a memory to him?
Yes.
Or?
And the number
Number 5 in the window
is our family number. Everything seems to happen in fives or around a 5 or on a 5.
Is that the same significance with the time of the wedding at 3:05?
Yes.
So how did you meet Tim, Emily?
On the internet.
Really?
Yeah, that's how you meet people nowadays, I
This
guess.
is true. Was there a specific website?
On Plenty of Fish, which is why you'll notice the fishbowl theme on the front table with goldfish in it. And you'll notice our cake has fish on it. So we're going with a fish theme because we are no longer looking for fish. We found each other.
How long did you talk on the internet before you actually got together?
Several months because I was very hesitant. And then when he told me he works for the state, so he had several background checks. And what else did he do to convince me? He said something else to convince me. And I said, oh yeah, good point. So he had me convinced, then I met him.
Where did you actually go and meet him at?
My house.
Your house?
Scary, huh?
Well, it's pretty brave.
On Memorial Day was the first day we ever met. So we've barely even known each other for a year.
How long was it before he asked you to marry him?
August 18th.
How did he propose?
Oh, that's a big story. He got me very mad and very upset to the point where I stormed off and ran away from him and went to my bedroom and screamed at him and told him to get out of my bedroom. And I wanted to be alone. And I was laying in my bed, and then he knelt down next to me and said, you know, I'm just joking, right? And then asked me to marry him. And he said he wanted to get me as angry as he could and then get me as happy as I could be.
Where'd you meet Emily?
Believe it or not, online.
Really?
Yeah.
On like a dating site?
Yep, it was Plenty of Fish. And she said the reason that she chose me was because I was the most persistent out of the guys she was talking to. And she says you never gave up, which said that, you know, you were a good guy. You know, you weren't just looking for some fun and hanging out. So, and after that, everything just flowed. I mean, we both liked the amusement parks, both had our girls, and, you know, everything just fell together for us. So,
2 fish in a sea.
that's it. Plenty of Fish success story right here.
I heard you always wanted Shooter at your wedding. Finally got it.
How long have you known Tim?
I've known him since about the middle of the otter season is when I started hanging around the family. They're like my parents now. Thank you for everything you've done for me so far, Emily. It's just a little payback.
So
This
this is a surprise. She doesn't know you're going to even be here.
Nope.
Can you tell me about how that came about?
About how this surprise came about?
Yeah, because Tim told me that she's not expecting it at all.
No, I heard that she always wanted Shooter at the wedding. So I was able to talk to my boss and convince him to let me use the suit this weekend. And I'll be able to just come down and surprise her. I'll ride down with her on the golf cart today. Can't wait to see her face. I don't think she expects it. Tim, how do I look?
Looks good. Looks good. Shooter's here.
You're actually tall.
Hey, you want to button me up?
Of course.
Watch you don't mess up the hawk.
I actually look good. I might start doing that
Okay.
as like a look. How you doing? I'm good. How about you? See that tail? Can you see the tail? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Right there in the-
through the seam.
Which one's tighter?
This one feels a little bit.
It does look good. Like when you go to like the team award banquets and stuff, when Shooter has to dress up, you can pull that off.
She might get us confused of who she's marrying.
That's right. She might say I do to the wrong
We should have
dude.
dressed you up in our costume.
You good?
Thank you.
Tuck it in.
Okay.
Is that better?
Tim, tell me about the Shooter surprise.
The Shooter surprise?
Since Emily's not gonna see this till after the honeymoon, you can tell me how'd that come about.
She, when I first met her, was a very big hockey nut. And I liked hockey as well. And she always had this impression in her mind that Shooter was this big, dreamy, hunky, after college kid with all
Almost
these
there.
muscles.
Almost there.
He's close. He's close.
Almost.
And she said I would love to have him at our wedding because he is strictly an entertaining type person. And he's good. I give him a gift of that he is definitely good with what he does. And I ended up meeting him through another friend and old classmate I went to school with. And ended up talking with Steven and found out he was shooter and took it from there. And we basically got him to get the suit, and he pulled off a lot of hard work for us. But he's like a son to us, you know. Guy's the most giving kid. So
she's not expecting this at all.
None of it. She's gonna be jaw dropped when she sees him show up.
Those are my flip flops, so those should go up to I can't bet down that far. Well, I had to grab my balance first. I'm gonna go over the pizza. There's not
Look at her, like straight through her. Yeah, she's looking smart, you know. Alright, girl, lean in. Live on, Emily. Slash mom. Look at your flowers. Are you gonna give us the basket? Hey.
Look how gorgeous you are.
Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Yay! Yay! Shoes at my wedding! How exciting! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! I love it! I love it! Thank you! I'm so glad he's here. Thank you! I know I haven't seen him in a long time. Oh, how exciting! Thank you for coming.
Of course.
I have a blue tongue.
Come on, Greg. This is it. Less than an hour. Never thought I'd be here, but here we are. Very, very nervous, but I got a good woman, so I'm very happy. Time for a selfie. Moments away. Changing my life. No, they said it's bad to wear them. Oh, Jeff got his on, so yeah, okay.
Dear family and friends, we are gathered together here at the time to share the joy and love of Timothy and Emily. Each of you has given something of yourself to help them become what they are. And each of you will have opportunities to give more to them to nurture their relationship. May the love and affection that has brought them to this point continue to be a blessing to them. Please join in this celebration of this special event.
This is a reading from 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails, but whether there are prophecies, they will fail. Whether there are tongues, they will cease. Whether there is knowledge, it will vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect has come, then that which is in part will be done away. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know just as I also am known. And now abide faith, hope, love. These three, but the greatest of these is love.
Two people joined together by God, inspired everyone with their love. You two have a radiant glow that shines especially bright as you become one in marriage. What a blessing it is to know God chose this path just for you. And as you make this journey together, He will give you all the faith, joy, hope, and love your hearts can hold, today and always.
The marriage contract is the most cherished contract in our society because it forms the basis for our social structure. The solemn agreement between Timothy and Emily are permanent legal standing. We are serving as witnesses to it by means of this ceremony. Timothy and Emily will become united in a special new way. To this moment, they bring the fulfillment of their hearts to share with one another. They bring their dreams. They bind together in spirit. They bring individuality, which will be preserved, but out of which will emerge their life together. Emily, will you take this man to be your husband, to live together with him in covenant of marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor him, and keep him in sickness and health, and forsaken all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Timothy, will you take this woman to be your wife, to live together in her covenant of marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, and honor her, and keep her in sickness and health, and forsaken all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Repeat after me. I, Timothy.
I, Timothy.
Take you, Emily.
Take you, Emily.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poor.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
Love and to cherish.
Until we parted by death.
Until we parted by death.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
Repeat after me. I, Emily.
I, Emily.
Take you, Timothy.
Take you, Timothy.
To be my husband.
To be my husband.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poor.
For richer, for poor.
Or in sickness and health.
Or in sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Until we part by death.
Until
we part by death.
Parted by death.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
Each of you brings a new symbol of your love to each other. These rings shall forever be the symbol of your love that you have declared, and the vows to be exchanged by unbroken circle of these rings represents the special close faithfulness that you have pledged to each other. Repeat after me. Timothy.
Timothy.
I give you this ring to symbol my vow.
I give you this ring to symbol my vow.
And all with that I am.
And all with that I am.
And that all I have, I honor you.
And all that I have, I honor you.
Repeat after me. Emily.
Emily.
I give you this ring to symbol my vow.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my vow.
And with all that I am.
And with all that I am.
And all I have, I honor you.
And all that I have, I honor you.
Okay, this is the pouring of the sand.
notice who's on top.
Now that Timothy and Emily are giving themselves to each other by solemn vows, with the joining of the hands and the giving and receiving of rings, and with you as witnesses, I pronounce that they are husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Proud of you. Welcome. And the best is yet to come.
Okay, everybody can go over to the reception, which will be at the club.
I gave Otter somebody.
Oh, that was perfect.
That's not how it landed, but that's cute.
Like a fish.
That head.
Don't knock his head off. That's bad. Getting an otter. Yeah. Good job, good job. Oh, thanks for your dog.